Alright, so boom. Today we heard what a crazy story of Philly drill, a city of crashouts. Now, I'm from Philly, so like I've really seen this shit like first-hand view on like the past couple years of how fast this shit fell. And like how bad it really got. Like, a lot of people died, and RIP to all those people and condolences to their family. I gotta remember, bro, you out here in the city, this shit not worth it, gang. Go get you a PC, go start up a stream. Nigga, you can go roll up and record yourself rolling up, making YouTube videos, bro. Make more money than all these niggas, bro. There's other ways out here, gang. But ain't got much else to say. Hit that subscribe button, like. Let's get right into this shit.
Philly drill is by far the drill movement with the highest percentage of crash outs. This movement only lasted about 3 years before almost everybody involved was in the grave or behind bars. But in this short time, the movement caught the attention.
No cap. The people from Philly, y'all know, like, I forgot what this nigga job is called, but the nigga Larry Krasner. That nigga Larry put belt to a lot of niggas, bro. Shit crazy.
Of the entire country. Philly drill produced a couple of rappers who grew to see success outside the city, and the Philly sound has also spread outside the city and across the country. So in this video, we'll take a look at the story of this crazy drill scene and its impact.
Damn.
Before we get into the video, if you haven't, please consider. Everybody knows that the quickest way.
Boy, Leaf was
Philly
the
drill
best
started
rapper
around the period from 2020 to 2021. But many of the artists that would pioneer the movement were rapping before then. Leaf Ward is one of the first of these artists. In 2018, he dropped a song called They Forgot. They ended up taking off on SoundCloud and convincing him to take music seriously. They Forgot 2 was his first song with a music video, and this record also did well. Leaf continued dropping, establishing himself as one of the best rappers out of Philly.
A lot of problem with Philly niggas, bro. Niggas be having good ass music. They just can't stay out of jail. Niggas don't be able to stay out of jail. Alright, that wasn't Leaf. Like, I feel like with Leaf, I feel like he should have looked to making more songs type shit. Like, this nigga can rap. Yeah, he can rap. But the thing that's gonna take you to that next level that a lot of rappers don't understand is making actual songs that can actually get played and shit. Like, niggas be clowning about these TikTok songs, but that shit on the radio, these niggas actually making money, bro.
Down in South Philly, King Lord was also another pioneer of this new era of Philly. By 2018, he had Motion in the City and big songs like Trauma and Talks with Glizzy. Going into 2019, the Philly scene really took off, and several West Philly artists dropped songs that went on to pass a million views. The biggest story of the entire year was Sim Santana, a West Philly rapper who dropped a song called Flexin' and Flashin'.
Oh, Sim Santana low-key sold, bro. Like, y'all niggas know, bro. This like, what, 2019, I think? I'm in like 10th grade, 11th grade, bro. You dropped Flexin' and Flashin', bro. Bro, everybody and they mom, bro, listening to this shit. And the nigga disappeared for a minute. Now, he was dropping a couple more bangers. He had a couple more bangers. But especially at the ski died, bro really like disappeared for a minute. Then he came back, he dropped some shit. But he should cut that shit going. Him and Vaughn had that shit.
In April of 2019. The song immediately began taking off, racking up 100,000 views in a matter of days.
Damn.
The whole summer, the song continued blowing up, taking Sim
crazy.
Santana from being unknown to the hottest underground artist in Philadelphia.
Fire, bro.
Sim was part of a clique called D4M, and this group had two other rappers, Sloan and Sciano. The three of them collaborated frequently, so after Sim blew up, they quickly began taking off as well. Around the same time Sim and D4M were blowing up, more West Philly rappers were seeing success as well.
another thing in Philly, like if you like me, like I don't got ops. Feel me? I don't got no ops. I'm not ops with no niggas. So like when I listen to niggas music, I listen for like music. Some niggas actually be good. Some niggas actually be trash. I feel like if only way a lot of niggas don't be liking these niggas, like a nigga don't like D for him, a nigga never like YBC duel, nigga never like Bucks. 9 times out of 10 the nigga got real like problems with the nigga. Real like problems with the nigga he be with or the niggas he be hanging with. They don't be fucking with him. These niggas actually was tough. Especially this nigga. When this nigga died, that shit changed the whole trajectory of these niggas like going up. But y'all see, that's the real go to Philly right here, man. Bro, been on since like 6th grade, since I was like 2014, 2013. Core always had bangers.
Up until 2019, Lil Bucks and One Mirror were relevant.
But like I said, like Philly rappers can't stay out of jail, bro. Bro has so much potential. This nigga has so much potential since like what 2017, 2018. I remember niggas like, yeah, Lil Bucks, this nigga like 14 going crazy. Everybody in the city loving this nigga. Just niggas can't stay out of jail. Bro gotta stay out of jail and keep making good music. I see when the nigga out of jail, you see what he do. That nigga actually dropping bangers. Backseat Boys, all that shit. 8 Deep at Danny House and Loyalty, all that shit, bro. The nigga was actually dropping bangers. Just gotta stay out of jail.
Relatively unknown. Then in April, they dropped a song called We Spinning. They ended up blowing them up, racking up hundreds of thousands of views. They continued the motion, dropping We Spinning 2 a month later. Then they teamed up with Sloan and Skiano on a track called Come Outside that also grew numbers. So in 2019, Sim Santana, D4M, Sloan, and Skiano, and One Mirror all joined Leaf Ward and King Lord as faces of the new movement in Philly. On a smaller scale, an artist called Young.
But like with One Mirror too, like One Mirror was tough. One Mirror tough, but how can I explain it? Like he like I'm trying to compare him in basketball terms. Like he like a Draymond Green on the team. Feel me? Like yeah, the team loves him, keep the morale up, but could he do it by himself? No. But he make good music. Got good songs by himself for sure. But like it's nowhere compared to like when him and Bucks used to hop on the songs together. It's nowhere compared.
Live, also known as
again, West Philly. I used to live down the street from all these niggas. That shit is crazy. West Philly, Young Liv. Nigga was going crazy. But in the black culture, bro, when some shit happens to you or some shit come out, like that's, I think it was like that nigga got his chain snatched or some shit in Chicago. After that, bro, niggas, that's what niggas do, bro. Soon as some shit happen to you, where you down bad or whatever, niggas turn they fucking back on you, nigga. Turn right around. Shit crazy.
Livy got a buzz in the city after dropping a song called Dead Ops that took off but wasn't as big as any of D4M or Lil Bucks and Mirror's songs. Unfortunately, in 2019, Lil Bucks would end up getting booked and have to sit in jail for several months. And for the next couple of years, he would continue to find himself behind bars over and over, slowing his career down.
Now this nigga, bro, yo, 2020 Kwani, what 2020 Kwani, that nigga was, bro, that nigga was going crazy. 2020, 2021 Kwani, it was going crazy.
In 2020, Sim Santana and the other D4M rappers' crazy buzz from 2019 began to die down. Then in July, the group experienced tragedy when Skiano had his life taken at the young age of 18. D4M would never reach the heights they saw at the top of the Philly scene in 2019, But throughout
Sloan
2020, more
carried it
big
though.
names
Sloan
made their
definitely
way
carried.
onto the scene.
Sloan carried.
One of the biggest names to come out this year was OT7 Kwani. He didn't have a breakout hit, but all throughout the year, his music was taking off. One of his biggest early songs to make noise was Dead Rappers. He was also featured on a popular Lil Bucks and One Mir song called Halftime. Kwani had a strategy where he built up his hype by teasing music on Instagram, but barely dropping anything on YouTube or streaming.
That was this nigga problem. That's this nigga problem. This nigga, niggas got 1 million Kwani songs, bro. Why I got more songs unreleased in my phone than you got songs out? What's going on? Drop. Niggas used to ask this nigga to drop every day. He had the drum Bora Bora. That was my shit. I'm trying to tell you the Bora Bora. Yeah, they can't find you. You do a split. That was my shit. I used to play that shit every day in the morning on my way to work. I think that shit dropped for like 20 minutes. Then he dropped the Leets album. Come on, bro. What the fuck you working on?
Platforms. And by the end of the year, he was the second biggest underground rapper behind Leaf Ward. Kwani was part of a group of hoods clicked up under the name Zoo Gang, and this group also had another prominent rapper called Poundside Pop. Poundside Pop initially
he definitely was like one of the first ones,
off a song called OSS.
He had the him and the boy skirt. I got the swag. Yeah, I remember that shit.
As far as rap was concerned, Kwani and Pop were two of the main faces of their group.
I like Johnny Blaze by that
beefed with another gang called.
When this shit came out, bro. When this shit had to drop his own drop shit, like what the fuck? I remember this. That shit was crazy. That
Black
shit was
Flags,
crazy.
which was also an alliance of several.
Niggas used to rip the black flags off the RTGs. I remember, and the purple jeans.
And this group also had several rappers. One of the most known was Shy Glizzy. He had a few songs, but got his name from being active in the streets. And this led to him being one of Zoo Gang's most hated ops. In July of 2020, they were able to get him and claim his life. And after his passing, he became one of the main people the Zoo rappers dissed. Shy had been part of a set called NLB under the Black Flags umbrella, but the main hood in Black Flags was Lumberg, which was the
Tally, like him. I forgot the other cuz Duke and it was Tally, Duke and the nigga that made 6 feeders. I don't know why I can't remember that nigga name right now. But when them niggas came out, I forgot what that shit was called. I forgot what the song was called. But that shit got taken down too. All these niggas' songs get taken down. Why? Pay for y'all fucking beats. That be niggas' problems too. I already be knowing. I was making beats for a long time. I was making these niggas type beats. I was making beats for these niggas. A lot of niggas, I ain't gonna say these niggas wasn't, but I'm not saying personally these niggas. I ain't never make a beat for Tali, but I'm saying niggas don't pay for beats in Philly. I don't know why. Is that a thing everywhere? Do niggas just not pay for beats? This is what happens. The song blow up, and this shit get taken down. Or a nigga collecting all the money from it. And you just saw it. You got a song that's blowing up, but you ain't making no money off of it. You gotta play smart.
Home of rappers like YP Slumboy, G's, and Blumberg Eared. Blumberg was allied with a group called 5 Up, and this group also had a rapper called
I remember Blumberg G's.
Newski, G's, and Eared collaborated frequently and built up a buzz alongside YP Slumboy, putting on for Black Flags and trading disses with Zoo Gang. The most successful Black Flags rapper was Hood Tally. Hood Tally, known as GG at the time.
What did he say? Hood Tally, I ain't gonna cap. Hood Tally was my favorite rapper from Philly for probably at 2021, 2022. Hood Tally would drop all heat. All heat. I don't know. I got a bad memory. I smoke too much weed. I don't even remember niggas' songs.
Was a rapper from the Germantown area of Philadelphia who started buzzing after dropping a song called Exotic in February of 2020. He continued the momentum, dropping more and more videos, doing numbers, and he was also heavy on the social media antics and constantly trolled his ops on Instagram.
Him and
Hood Famous Jay was another rapper on similar timing
Jay,
with the dissing and social media antics. He was from a neighborhood called The Pit.
We the Pit, nigga. I remember that.
And he dissed D4M rappers and their dad often. In 2020, he started his career, quickly gaining a buzz in the city. This same year, King Lord was set up and had his life taken. Damn. He was one of the pioneers who started the new era, so this was a big loss for the city.
They ain't got no fucking
RP bro.
Get an accident. You don't want your fucking tea wet. Stay about it then.
From the beginning of the new era to 2020, the main rappers had been established, along with multiple different sides of the many beefs going on, and disses were being traded back and forth. So all the requirements were there to classify what was happening in the city as a drill scene. But 2021 was the first year people started to categorize everything going on in the city as one single movement. This was the first year people started using the term Philly.
Bruh.
City
if
as
y'all
one
niggas who know like
movement.
Bird Street Man was going crazy too. Like what the fuck? Like what the fuck? That shit was. I remember that shit. That shit was tough. Niggas was going crazy. He had the one singing joint with the Lil Mose or something. I forgot. Light skin cuz. I forgot his name. Damn. But nigga was going crazy. And then he dropped that 6 feeders. That nigga died the next day. That shit was fucked up. But y'all see, bro, this is the shit that come with this life, bro. Only 2 things come from this life. Death. You in jail, bro. I'm cool.
This was the first year people started using the term Philly drill, and channels began covering the beef going on. The most covered conflict was the war up north between Zoo Gang and Black Flags, with two rappers like OT7 Kwani, Outside Pop, NR Boar, and Diamond Street Keem going back and forth with Black Flags rappers like Hood Tally, YP Slumboy, 5 Up Newski, Blumberg G's, and Blumberg Eared. The next biggest conflict was the war in West Philly with groups like O to the 4, 56th Street.
Niggas lived in the middle of this fucking war,
O to the
bro.
4 was the gang Lil Bucks claimed, and this group was also clicked up with Zoo Gang, meaning they had beef up north with hoods in the Black Flags neighborhood, in addition to YBC.
56, bro.
In 2021, YBC rappers like F5, Reek 1200, and J.
This isn't. I don't think around this time I heard of these niggas yet, but I do know the first ever YBC member I heard of was F5, and F5 dropped Serena. I believe that shit. I believe it was called Serena. I'm like, who the fuck is this nigga? Damn. Oh shit. These niggas going fat. Like I ain't gonna cap back in the day. Like you know what I'm saying. I know how that shit be. You listen to them drill rats. That shit get you like, oh, this shit tough. You get that feeling like, oh shit, this shit tough. This shit make you mean mugging that nigga walking down the street. Nigga, I wish a nigga what come out of that bitch. Wow, I wish a nigga what. But that shit not good to be feeling, bro. Shit not good to be feeling mentally, bro. It's not good to be feeling. You gotta listen to that Miley Cyrus sometimes, bro. So I put my hands up. I get back.
A100 began rapping, becoming the voices for their side of the
A100
music,
was tough.
dissing their rivals at O to the 4. And
but I ain't gonna cap no glaze. We all know Duel was the fucking goat of this shit. The way that nigga went up, never seen nothing like that shit before, bro. Duel was tough. Like, he was actually tough. Like, he could have actually... Bro could make a song, like, if bro could make some songs, then he could actually went up. Like, I could see that nigga would have been doing features with actual bigger artists now and shit. Like, niggas was fucking with Duel heavy. Niggas hated this nigga. Like I said, in Philly, these niggas had a lot of ops. A lot of niggas hated these niggas. To this day, a lot of niggas still hate these niggas. It's the shit that come with that shit, bro.
56th Street. Meanwhile, also in West Philly, the beef between D4M and The Pit raged on, with Hood Famous Jay dissing often, and Sloan and Sim Santana responding occasionally. The beefs between groups like the Zoo, Black
Philly was a
Flags,
fucking
D4M,
war around
The
this
Pit,
time, bro.
YBC, and O to the 4 were the main conflicts going on the music scene, but they were far from the only conflicts in the city. And 2021 would see the rise of another artist putting spotlight on another conflict. G12 Za was a rapper from North.
Yo, another case of nigga can't stay out of jail, and if niggas who really be having problems with niggas in real life, they'll be the only niggas who don't like niggas. Like, if you ever turn on G12 and a nigga look at you like that nigga don't fuck with this nigga in real life. Whatever this nigga name is, what name G12 Zaire, whatever his name, probably Zaire or some shit. They really don't fuck with Zaire. Like, they really don't fuck with this nigga. You could be dissing his family, any type of shit. But if you turn on this nigga around a nigga who don't know him, who don't got problem with the nigga, he going, who this? Oh shit. You gonna do that shit.
Philly, who initially began buzzing after dropping a song called Outside that began taking off in late 2020. He was part of a group called G12, closely allied with another neighborhood called M24, beefing with two hoods called LV.
A lot of niggas hate this nigga.
In April, Za dropped a song called Gangsta Party that blew up, passing 1 million views, becoming his biggest song, and making him one of the biggest underground artists in the city. Gangsta Party also featured another rapper called NSU Shido. Shido was also from North Philly, but he was a member of the Black Flags. Similar to Za, Shido also had a melodic style that set him apart from most other Philly artists. From 2020, he had started to buzz, and in 2021, he and G12 Za had several big collaborations that took him to the next level. However, in December of 2021, Shido nearly lost his life one night when he was out riding with a friend. Ops pulled up, firing into the car he was riding in, hitting him in the head twice. Miraculously, he would survive, but the friend he was riding with wasn't so fortunate. Shido ended up making a strong recovery and dropped a Pain song speaking on the whole experience, and his career continued to grow. Shido and G12 Za have found their own separate lane, but in 2021, the rest of the city was beginning to find a unified sound. Ever since 2019, Detroit had been on fire and their sound had been spreading all across the country. In 2021, Philly rappers hopped on the wave. Up until 2021, new era Philly rappers had been rapping on the southern style, simple piano beats, popularized by Splurge and NLE Choppa. But in 2021, most of the Philly rappers turned towards the Detroit sound as their primary choice for beats, and this became the new sound of Philly drill.
Crazy. Shout out to my man's Bar, the producer, bro. He made this beat. Bro, this shit dropped. I looked at that nigga, I'm like, nigga, you made this? This shit fire as fuck. Yo, shout out my man's Bar, the producer, bro. I'm sorry.
Going into 2022, the scene continued to heat up and more new rappers began popping out. Early in the year, a North Philly rapper called Burke Street Man began buzzing. His songs were doing numbers and he appeared to have potential. Man was part of Zoo Gang and heavy into the beef. In May, he decided to take the disrespect to another level when he recorded an extremely disrespectful song called 6 Footers, then shot the video in his ops hood. This move worked to get him the attention he was looking for, but just 3 days after it dropped, his ops would end up catching him and taking his life.
Later?
A situation almost identical to what happened to Lil Mark almost 8 years prior when he dropped No Competition. After Burke Street Man's passing, his ops began dissing him regularly, and the situation generated a lot of attention.
Oh, this is the song I was talking about too, the light skin boy? Yeah, this is the song I was talking about.
One of the biggest stories of the year. Another big story in 2022 was the rise of YBC Duel. Many called YBC the most hated group in Philly, and Duel began his rap career with the goal to be the most hated rapper in the city. From the beginning, he constantly dissed deceased members from all the groups YBC had beef with. He did it so much that he gave himself the title Mr. Disrespectful. YBC Duel began his career by dropping his first song ever in January of 2022, and by October he started blowing up after a song called So Many Names.
This is when I'm
viral.
hearing YBC
He continued
Duel
dropping regularly and ended the year as one of the biggest artists on the Philly drill scene. Duel collaborated frequently on songs, and this helped to give shine to other rappers.
And if y'all don't know, like Duel was really dropping like 2 songs a week. This nigga was really working. Like this nigga was really like dropping songs every week, going crazy, no glaze. And niggas who was there that know that no bias shit either. Niggas who was there, they know. Like, this nigga was going crazy, bro. Shit was crazy.
From different cliques allied with YBC, like Hop Out Blick, FS the Bender, and Mir Pablo. YBC was blowing up on the music scene, but they were also losing members the whole year. In May, they lost an up-and-coming rapper called Baby Ka. Then in June, they lost Fetty, and in December, a YBC rapper called J100, who was actually the founder of the gang, had his life taken.
That shit fucked up. We found out that him and Duel cousins in real life. Bro, really lost a family member. Like, damn, bro, the streets not worth it, y'all. It's not worth it. I like watching this shit. This group is a prime example, bro. The streets is not worth it, bro. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You get that money, you get a little bit of clout, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit start going up. But when you realize, like, dude used to talk about that shit all the time, how fucked up you feel, like, your homie's really not here, you blowing up, and your homie's not here with you. Them niggas in jail, them niggas dead, them niggas can't leave the city, these niggas on parole, like, that shit really fuck with you. You can't enjoy this shit with the niggas that you wanted to enjoy this shit with. So what's the point of having it?
Also in December, O to the 4 was hit with an indictment that put 8 of their members behind bars. Around this time, they decided to click up with the Clappers from 56th Street, as well as the Clappers from 7th Street in South Philly, and unite under the name CCK, which was an abbreviation of the names of all 3 groups. This same year, rappers Reek 1200, F5, and Lil Babe were arrested and charged for bodies.
Before I wrote a rap, these bitches heard of me. I'm known for at least 80 in a cut just for emergencies.
From 2022 to 2023, not much changed. Leaf Ward, OT7 Kwani, Lil Bucks, G12za, YBC Duel, and Hood Tally continued to lead the scene. In 2023, Philly Drill began developing its own sound. Producers took the Detroit sound all the rappers were using, slowed down the tempo, and added a specific snare pattern. They also started using angelic sounding samples as melodies. This new sound became distinctly Philly, and it became popular across the country, with rappers from Chicago all the way to Florida making songs using it. Meanwhile, in the streets of Philly, the violence continued. In May, YBC rapper Reek 1200 was sentenced with 35 to life for a body.
35 to life. 35 to life. Bro, I am 22. Bro, Reek 1200 gotta be like 19, 20, maybe 21. This nigga's not older than me. 35 to life. This shit's not worth it.
Serving as an example of the real consequences of choosing to run around in the streets and live the lifestyles these rappers were promoting. In June, Lumber G's lost his life at the hands of friendly fire after being on the run for 7 months for a body. Then in July, CCK rapper Deke Loco also became a casualty. This same month, Young Cheese, the son of famous Philly rapper and personality Gilly the Kid, lost his life for simply being in the wrong place at the wrong time, hanging out in an area with people who had an active beef going on. Meanwhile, on the music scene, Leaf Ward and OT7 Kwani were still leading. They weren't dropping very frequently, but when they did, their releases made a ton of noise. In April, they dropped a song called Power that went crazy, becoming a huge song. In summer, Lil Bucks went on a run, and every video he was dropping on YouTube was pulling close to 1 million views. The scene had a good amount of potential,
Easy,
but
bro,
in
was
August,
going
things
crazy.
started to fall apart,
Bro was going
and one by
crazy.
one, Philly drill rappers started to go down.
We ain't worried about the odds because we switching
it up.
up all this horsepower and ass
That's
for
how
I
to
told her
giddy up.
On August 14th, Lil Bucks was arrested. Not much is known about his situation other than the fact that he's been in and out of the system for years and was serving a 2-year probation, leading many to believe that he violated it, possibly flashing straps or bags of za in his music videos. On August 16th, 2 days after Bucks was picked.
Bro, this is what I mean. I could have made this fucking video. I gave a whole rundown already. This nigga Butts could not stay out of jail. He was, bro, go crazy every time. Bro is one of the best rappers from the city. You just gotta stay out of jail. That's all that nigga gotta do.
Picked up by authorities, Lee Ford was arrested.
Yo, I remember this shit. They said that nigga threw his gun inside of the trash at the place he was eating at. They said they found that nigga had a stolen V with fake pills in that joint. He threw the switch in the trash. Niggas just told me he threw the switch in the trash.
After driving a stolen Dodge Charger to go on a date at the Bahama Breeze next to King of Prussia Mall. The police went into the restaurant to detain him, and he tried to flee but was caught. He had a Glock with an extended mag as well as pills on him, and to make matters worse, when he was arrested, he gave the officers a fake name. So he ended up being charged for possessing a firearm as a convicted felon, several drug-related misdemeanors, evading and resisting arrest, recklessly endangering another person, and providing false
months. Nigga got fucking 3.5 years. Damn, that's not bad though. What the fuck? Wait, what y'all saying he was charged with? Stolen car, illegal Glock, and drug possession. As a felon? 3 years?
Evading and resisting arrest, recklessly endangering another person, and providing false identification to law enforcement. He was locked up and is still sitting at the time of this recording. Leaf was the biggest Philly artist on the drill scene, and him getting locked up was a huge blow to the movement. On August 29th, Bucks was officially sentenced to 1.5 to 3 years at a correctional facility. Another big blow to the Philly drill movement. In September, Hop Out Blick and FS the Bender were booked. FS the Bender was picked up on firearm charges, but Hop Out Blick was charged for 2 bodies in a crazy.
Alright, Hop Out Blick. He was tough for sure. I used to fuck with Hop Out Blick. I definitely fuck with Hop Out Blick. Double coffins, I definitely fuck with Hop Out Blick. But I don't know, like I low-key like FS more than I like Hop Out Blick. That's crazy to say. Alright, now I know Hop Out Blick probably would have had way more bangers now. He probably would have dropped out some way more bangers and shit. But I low-key got FS. I might be a little biased because bro been dropping some shit. I might got FS.
Picked up on firearm charges.
F5 better than both of these niggas. I'm not gonna lie. F5 was really tough as shit. That's the first nigga I was really fucking with. F5 was the first nigga. But FS, he definitely tough as shit.
But Hop Out Blick was charged for 2 bodies in a crazy situation that had his name all over the internet. In April, he had allegedly been a part of an attempted robbery where 2 teenagers showed up to buy straps from Blick and 2.
That's what I'm saying. If y'all niggas really getting money, bro, why you robbing niggas? You supposed to be the plug. How you robbing niggas? You the plug. Did I read that? Did I just hear that, bro?
An attempted robbery where 2 teenagers showed up to buy straps from Blick.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Niggas is slimy. Niggas is slimy. Look at this nigga Hardy. Another nigga. He had crazy potential, bro. I was actually in the studio with this nigga. This nigga crazy potential. Tough. Can make real good songs. Niggas just, I don't know. Niggas just stay in jail.
2 associates. But the whole purchase was really just a setup to rob them. The teenagers didn't give up the money and tried to retaliate, leading to weapons being pulled and both teenagers getting hit several times and losing their lives, as well as one of the robbers who was with Blick. In July, the cops put out a warrant for the arrest of Hop Out Blick and his friend who was involved in the robbery, leading to them going on the run. But instead of laying low, Hop Out Blick continued putting out music dissing the very people he was charged with offing. In one song titled Took a Risk, he even detailed exactly how the situation played out. In September, the authorities caught up to him and finally put him behind bars. The Philly scene was still relatively underground, but the Hop Out Blick situation was so crazy that big channels like End of Sentence and Hip Hop Daily made videos on it. Despite him being way more focused on the streets, Hop Out Blick was actually one of the bigger rappers in the Philly scene and had songs with over 1 million views before the situation even went down. And after the story came out, his fame hit another level and his music took off even more. But this obviously meant nothing because it was very clear that he wouldn't be getting out any.
Like, look at this. That's what I mean. This shit not worth it, bro. Now this nigga got make videos in his cell. How long this shit gonna last? I'm pretty sure the cops seen this shit too. They like, nigga, what the fuck? Raided the whole shit. It's not worth it. If you not in the streets, if you ain't do nothing, and you just want to get some money, bro, trust me, bro, it's not worth it. I grew up in the same place they did, bro. Same place. Only difference between me and these niggas is the street names, bro. We grew up in the same place. We took the same routes to school, the same buses, the same trolleys. Ate from the same places, ate the same food. I'm like, I probably know some of the same niggas. Probably went to school with the same niggas. Never know. This shit not worth it, gang.
Time soon, if ever. The same month Blick was locked up, Hood Famous J was picked up on firearm charges. Out of all the poppin' underground rappers in Philly, Hood Tally P was one of the smarter ones who decided to move out of the city and down to Atlanta. But unfortunately, he was still unable to avoid trouble. In December, he was back in Philly. Police caught him with a pole and controlled substances and he was booked. In January, G12za was sentenced to 6 years for several charges he picked up.
Nigga, what? This nigga got 6 years? Damn. Damn. What the fuck? Shit.
Between 2021 and 2023, ranging from assault to possession of firearms and controlled substances.
Nigga not even halfway done.
Distribute. The 2023 charges even happened in a situation that went down on IG Live, where you can see Za notice the police and take off running. Za was another big Philly artist with millions of views and a promising career.
Bro, I don't know. All right, I don't know the backstory on this. I don't know if the cop said, "Hey, come here, little nigga." But nigga, if the nigga ain't even like, the nigga probably was gonna walk right by you.
Take off running. Za was another big Philly artist with millions of views and a promising career. So his sentencing was another big loss for the scene. Around the same time, Young Liv caught a weapons charge and was taken off the streets as well. In January, a Philly drill page made a post about all the Philly drill rappers currently locked up, and it was the majority of the rappers on the scene with any type of name or motion, and everybody basically had the same story. They crashed out and caught bodies or were caught with the strap or pills on them. OT7 Kwani was one of the few to avoid jail time. But despite being free, he was nowhere to be found. He dropped a total of 4 songs the entire year, choosing to stick to his same promotion strategy, dropping songs and snippets on Instagram, and leaving the fans waiting for new music on YouTube and streaming platforms. In August, When Lil Bucks and Leaf Ward were still free, they were spotted with Kwani in a studio session alongside G Herbo, and the leaks ended up surfacing, but no music dropped officially. In November, Kwani appeared on a song with famous scam rapper Punch Made Death.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this was like the only song this nigga had dropped for a minute. I remember this shit came out. I'm like, bro, you fucking kidding me? No offense to Punch Made Dev and shit, but nigga, are you fucking kidding me? We're Bora.
And it was a huge record for both of them, racking up a couple million views on YouTube alone. The song helped to introduce Kwani to a new audience and boost the already crazy rate his fame was growing at. In December, he collabed with Booba 100, a New York YouTuber, to give fans a glimpse of his life, showing meetings, studio sessions, and other activities he was up to on a regular basis. The video racked up hundreds of thousands of views and showed how popular Kwani was becoming and his appeal to audiences outside of Philadelphia. From September of 2023 through early 2024, Kwani was able to experience a ton of growth through his rare and occasional drops, key collabs, and mysterious appearances and link-ups with other artists. He became the biggest underground Philadelphia artist by far, and one of the few free ones still left. Somehow, through all his dissing and antics, YBC Duel managed to stay alive and free through 2023, and he, along with Mir Pablo and Lil Riz, continue putting on for the group, releasing music as well as pulling antics on social media to get people talking.
This nigga
Duel even went as far as digging at the gravesite of one of his ops. Out of all the Philly rappers in 2023, Skrilla had the biggest come up that year. His unique drugged out sound started catching on, and in late 2023 going into 2024, he had a couple songs blow up.
6-7, I just bipped straight on the highway. Shout out my boy Ellis, man. I like Skrilla. I just didn't like his earlier shit. And what that nigga say? The devil saved me. No the fuck he did? What? That threw me off. I'm not gonna lie. That shit threw me off of this nigga. But he kept dropping music, you know what I'm saying? I started fucking with him more.
Racking up hundreds of thousands of views. He also got everybody talking by appearing on songs with artists like YBC Duel, Hood Tally, Poundside Pop.
He was doing songs with everybody.
Despite the beefs going on between groups like Black Flags and the Zoo and YBC and CCK. Outside of Kwani, Duel, Skrilla, and a couple other artists, the Philly drill scene was basically cooked. Uncoincidentally, with all the rappers and drillers getting locked up the whole year, crime declined. In 2022, 514 people lost their lives to violence, but in 2023, this number decreased to 410, a 20% drop and a positive step in the right direction. By 2024, Philly drill was fizzling out. By this point, OT7 Kwani was known across the country. He still barely dropped, but the few songs he did release on YouTube all did millions. He even ended up linking with Trump, endorsing him, and getting a shout out at a rally. YBC Duel was also bigger than he had ever been, continuing to diss and pull antics. He had songs like McButtons and McNuggets and California Dreamin', racking up more views than he.
Ocean Eyes by this nigga. Ocean Eyes, Left Hollywood, 5500. I guess you say McButtons. Shit. Nigga, all this shit this nigga was dropping that year. That shit was
ever had. He was also tapped in with the new Chicago drill scene and collaborating with artists like Von 1700, Lil Scoom, and Lil Jeff. Brandon Buckingham, a YouTube documentary maker, saw his motion and decided to go to Philly to film a documentary for Duel. But just 2 days after the documentary was released, Duel had his life claimed in Philly, allegedly by a 16-year-old. This crazy situation got nationwide coverage, but basically officially marked the end of Philly drill, leaving Kwani and Skrilla as the only big Philly drill rappers who were alive and free. In early 2025, the Philly drill scene experienced one
that
last
shit-
spike in
this
interest
shit was crazy.
when a story came out
This
about
shit
a
was crazy.
17-year-old basketball player named Noah Scurry who had been
R.I.P. to bro, cause I know some niggas that really like. I really fuck with this nigga, bro. Like I told y'all, bro. I used to be in the studio with niggas. I used to be recording niggas. I used to be making beats for niggas. I used to be around this shit, bro. Like I was around this shit. I was in the studio with this nigga. The nigga was in the studio with us in the back chilling. Like that shit crazy. But like to see that shit, like that's really make a nigga fall back from this type shit, bro. Fall back from wanting to make drill beats and do that. Start doing YouTube. Start reacting to shit. That shit not right, bro. We got a long life, bro. One day I wake up, I just see a video of a homie shot. That's fucked up. R.P. to bro. I know. They said, they said he did what he did. Who knows? I don't know. Never know how that shit go in the streets. It's like, damn. Why his mom went by to take him to school? That shit not worth it, man.
ambushed by his ops waiting outside his house to take his life in front of his mother. It was later revealed that
his mom probably haven't slept since then. In front of his mom. Bro, I pray to God, bro. Like, my mom never had to go through that, bro. I pray that y'all moms never got to go through that either. Like, that shit's fucked up. When this type shit happens, bro, it makes you like, yo, why am I around this?
Noah had been living a double life and was also a part-time driller and rapper going under the name Joker OTV in the streets, and was believed to possibly have as many as 5 hats, with one of these victims being Young Cheese, the son of Gilly the Kid. This story was extremely shocking and went viral once it hit the internet, and Gilly even confirmed that the police had told him that Noah Scurry was one of the suspects in the Young Cheese investigation. This brings us to the present. Philly drill is basically over. OT7 Kwani and Skrilla have grown to build a nationwide audience, and almost every other Philly drill artist is gone or locked up. The movement wasn't able to reach the level of popularity that bigger cities like Chicago and New York have, but it did generate a lot of attention and produce 2 rappers who have made it outside the movement. Overall, Philly drill serves as another example of the high cost that street life comes with and the consequences of crime and violence and how they affect the whole community.
Man, no cap, bro. I stand on what I said. Y'all out there, y'all gotta listen to me. I'm just some random nigga. But y'all out there, bro, this shit not cool, gang. It's more to life, bro. It's way more to life, gang. It's way more to life. Niggas is getting 30 years at 20, bro. 20. That nigga's not coming home till he's 50, bro. Imagine not coming home till 50, gang. 50. Before you could be obligated for parole. Nigga gonna be like 40, 45. Fuck that shit. There's way more to life, bro. Way more to life. Niggas is dying out this joint, bro. Niggas is dying. Young dude was like 25, bro. Nigga was like 25, probably 26. I think he would have been 26 this year or some shit. Shit not worth it, bro. You gotta get that money, leave. Get that money, leave. Which nigga, I get some money. Which I think I'm doing. I think I'm still be in the same house. I think I'm still be here. Fuck no. Y'all gonna see some bells and beach in the background. I mean, like, get that money, leave, bro. As usual, hit that like button, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 1,000. And yeah, be safe, bro. Be safe. Keep your head up. See y'all in the next one.